AstroVastu Blueprint for Libra Rising, Tula Lagna Venusian harmony, air-earth balance, relationship-centric living spaces. 1. First house, Lagna zone, field of balance. Libra Rising is ruled by Venus and expressed through air, moderated by Earth. This makes the home an extension of relational awareness and aesthetic equilibrium. Libra does not break down from lack of effort or intelligence. Libra destabilizes when harmony, fairness, and emotional symmetry are missing. When the overall house feels uneven, the impact is subtle but persistent. Indecision, emotional dissatisfaction, relationship fatigue, overpleasing followed by withdrawal. Skin, hormonal, or kidney sensitivity. The Lagna zone must feel balanced, refined, and emotionally neutral. If the home leans too hard in any one direction, Libra internalizes imbalance as self-doubt. 2. Second house, main entrance, relationship gate. This zone governs how Libra meets the world and negotiates exchange. East supports clarity of self and conscious engagement. North supports social ease, fair exchange, and mental equilibrium. When the entrance is aggressive, dark, or asymmetrical, social anxiety increases, boundaries blur. Libra feels pressured to adjust constantly. A refined, paired, and visually balanced entrance restores the feeling, I can meet others without losing myself. 3. Third house, living room, harmony and social exchange zone. This space governs how Libra reads social energy and adjusts tone. Libra needs symmetry here, not dominance. Uneven seating or confrontational layouts create subtle relational stress. When aligned, conversations feel graceful. Social presence feels natural. You remain yourself without over-adapting. When misaligned, emotional exhaustion after interaction, feeling unseen or overextended, social withdrawal. This zone teaches Libra how to connect without self-erasure. 4. Fourth house, inner emotional balance. This zone governs emotional neutrality and inner peace. Libra's emotional health depends on visual and sensory harmony. Harsh contrasts or clutter destabilize the inner equilibrium. If disturbed, restlessness, emotional dissatisfaction, difficulty feeling settled. When stabilized, this zone allows Libra to feel emotionally centered rather than reactive. 5. Fifth house, joy, romance, and creative harmony. This zone governs how Libra experiences pleasure and affection. Libra's joy is relational and aesthetic, not dramatic. Overstimulating or chaotic expressions disrupt pleasure. When balanced, romance feels nourishing. Creativity flows gently, confidence grows through appreciation. When blocked, emotional flatness, seeking validation, loss of joy. 6. Sixth house, kitchen and relationship nourishment. For Libra rising, food is bonding, not fuel alone. The kitchen regulates daily harmony, emotional reciprocity, relationship tone. When aligned, domestic peace improves, emotional exchanges soften, routine feels cooperative. When misplaced, emotional imbalance, relationship tension, subtle power struggles. This zone determines whether Venus feels supported or strained. 7th house, master bedroom intimacy and equality core. This is the most important zone for Libra rising. The bedroom stabilizes trust, emotional bonding, equality in relationships. When disturbed, relationship dissatisfaction, emotional loneliness, sleep disruption. When aligned, intimacy deepens, trust stabilizes, emotional safety returns. This is where Libra learns mutuality without compromise of self. 8. Eighth house, storage, emotional residue, and power balance. This zone governs unspoken dynamics and emotional residue. Libra is sensitive to unresolved tension. Clutter here amplifies emotional imbalance. When balanced, emotional weight releases, power struggles dissolve, inner calm strengthens. When neglected, resentment, emotional confusion, relationship fatigue. 9th house values fairness and meaning. This zone governs Libra's philosophy of justice and balance. Without coherence here, Libra doubts decisions and values. When aligned, decision-making stabilizes, moral confidence grows, relationships feel principled. When blocked, indecision, overanalysis, fear of choosing sides. 10th house, work from home and social role. This zone governs how Libra functions publicly without losing harmony. Libra thrives in environments that value cooperation over pressure. When aligned, professional relationships improve, authority feels balanced, stress reduces. When misaligned, burnout from people-pleasing, avoidance of responsibility, career dissatisfaction. 11th house, social support and reciprocity. This zone governs mutual exchange and support systems. Libra needs reciprocity, not obligation. When balanced, friendships feel nourishing, support flows evenly, social confidence stabilizes. When blocked, feeling taken for granted, emotional withdrawal, social fatigue. 12th house, inner balance without validation. This zone teaches Libra the core lesson. You do not need external validation to be balanced. It governs emotional reset, letting go of approval seeking, inner alignment. When aligned, peace deepens, self-worth stabilizes, relationships feel lighter. When disturbed, emotional dependence, insomnia, identity diffusion. Core AstroVastu principle for Libra rising, AstroVastu for Libra, is about restoring symmetry, not control. When your home balances north and east, softens southeast fire, grounds southwest intimacy, keeps northeast clean and aligned. Venus expresses as harmonious relationships, refined self-worth, emotional satisfaction, beauty without dependency. A Libra home must feel like a fair conversation, not a negotiation. AstroVastu Blueprint for Libra Rising, Tula Lagna. Venusian harmony, air-earth balance, relationship-centric living spaces. 1. First house, Lagna zone, field of balance. For you as a Libra rising, the home is not simply a personal refuge. It is a field of relational balance. Venus rules harmony, proportion, and mutual awareness. Expressed through air and moderated by earth, your sense of self stabilizes when the environment feels fair, even, and aesthetically neutral. You do not break down from lack of effort or intelligence. You destabilize when harmony, symmetry, and emotional balance are missing. When the overall house leans too strongly in any one direction, too heavy, too sparse, too sharp, too soft, you internalize that imbalance as self-doubt. Indecision increases. Emotional dissatisfaction sets in. Relationship fatigue grows quietly. Overpleasing appears first, followed by withdrawal. Your Lagna zone must feel refined and visually balanced. Paired elements, proportional layouts, and gentle color harmony allow your nervous system to settle. Nothing here should dominate. When the home feels centered, you stop negotiating with yourself. House 2, second house, main entrance, relationship gate. This is where you meet the world. For Libra rising, the entrance governs how you negotiate exchange. Social, emotional, and energetic. East supports clarity of self and conscious engagement. North supports social ease, fairness, and mental equilibrium. When the entrance is aggressive, dark, or asymmetrical, social anxiety increases and boundaries blur. You feel pressured to adjust constantly, subtly losing yourself in the process. I always suggest an entrance that feels refined and paired, balanced lighting, symmetrical decor, and a gentle visual rhythm. A well-composed threshold restores the inner message. I can meet others without losing myself. 3. Third house, living room, harmony, and social exchange zone. This is where your relational intelligence operates daily. You do not need dominance or drama here. You need symmetry. Uneven seating, confrontational layouts, or visual imbalance create low-grade relational stress that drains you over time. When aligned, conversations feel graceful. Social presence feels natural. You remain yourself without over-adapting. When misaligned, emotional exhaustion follows interaction. You may feel unseen, overextended, or quietly depleted, leading to withdrawal. This zone teaches you how to connect without self-erasure. 4. Fourth house, inner emotional balance. This is your emotional tuning chamber. Your inner peace depends on visual and sensory harmony. Harsh contrasts, clutter, or mismatched elements destabilize you emotionally, even if nothing is wrong externally. When disturbed, restlessness and dissatisfaction creep in. You struggle to feel settled. When stabilized through soft symmetry, gentle color transitions, and cohesive design, emotional neutrality returns. You feel centered rather than reactive. 5. Fifth house, joy, romance, and creative harmony. This is where pleasure and affection live. Your joy is relational and aesthetic, not dramatic. Overstimulating, chaotic, or overly fiery expressions disrupt pleasure and leave you feeling emotionally flat or validation-seeking. When balanced, romance feels nourishing, creativity flows gently, confidence grows through appreciation rather than assertion. This space reminds you that joy does not need intensity, it needs attunement. 6. Sixth house, kitchen and relationship nourishment. For Libra rising, food is bonding, not just fuel. The kitchen regulates daily harmony, emotional reciprocity, and the tone of relationships. When aligned, domestic peace improves and routines feel cooperative. Emotional exchanges soften naturally. When misplaced or tense, subtle power struggles appear. Emotional imbalance enters daily life. I often say, when the kitchen loses harmony, Venus begins to feel strained. This zone determines whether care feels mutual or transactional. 7th house, master bedroom, intimacy and equality core. This is the most important zone for you. The bedroom stabilizes trust, emotional bonding, and equality in relationships. If disturbed, dissatisfaction grows quietly. You may feel emotionally lonely even in partnership. Sleep becomes unsettled. When aligned, intimacy deepens. Trust stabilizes. Emotional safety returns. This is where you learn mutuality without compromising yourself. Chapter 8, 8th house, storage, emotional residue and power balance. This zone holds unspoken dynamics. You are highly sensitive to unresolved tension. Clutter here amplifies emotional imbalance and power struggles. When balanced, emotional weight releases and inner calm strengthens. When neglected, resentment builds, confusion increases, and relationship fatigue sets in. Clearing this space is an act of restoring energetic fairness. 9, 9th house, values, fairness, and meaning. This space shapes your moral compass. Without coherence here, you doubt decisions and values. Overanalysis replaces clarity. When aligned, decision-making stabilizes and moral confidence grows. Relationships feel principled rather than reactive. This zone teaches you that balance is not avoidance, it is alignment with values. 10th house, work from home and social role. This zone governs how you show up publicly. You thrive in environments that value cooperation over pressure. When aligned, professional relationships improve, authority feels balanced, and stress reduces. When misaligned, burnout from people-pleasing occurs. Responsibility feels heavy, and dissatisfaction grows quietly. This space must support equitable authority, not performance. 11th house, social support and reciprocity. This zone governs mutual exchange. You need reciprocity, not obligation. When balanced, friendships feel nourishing and support flows evenly. Social confidence stabilizes. When blocked, you may feel taken for granted, leading to emotional withdrawal and fatigue. This space reminds you that fair exchange sustains connection. 12th house, inner balance without validation. This zone teaches your core lesson. You do not need external validation to be balanced. It governs emotional reset, letting go of approval seeking, and inner alignment. When aligned, peace deepens, self-worth stabilizes, and relationships feel lighter. When disturbed, emotional dependence, insomnia, and identity diffusion arise. Here, balance comes from within, not from agreement. AstroVastu for Libra Rising is about restoring symmetry, not control. When your home balances north and east, softens southeast fire, grounds southwest intimacy, and keeps the northeast clean and aligned, Venus expresses as harmonious relationships, refined self-worth, emotional satisfaction, and beauty without dependency. A Libra home must feel like a fair conversation, not a negotiation.